Alright, it's been a while since I've made my last video. I wanted to do 8 quick tips and tricks on the MR-1 that I've come across. Let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, number 1, I've got a 1-inch spacer that I 3D printed. Like any cheap machinist, I make everything out of 3D printed plastic. The reason I did this is because when this is all the way at the bottom, and because I run primarily 1/8-inch tooling, it's not long enough to depress this, so I had to raise this up. Number 2, also because I run primarily 1/8-inch tooling, this connection right here was almost always below the end mill, and so by adding a 1/4-inch street to the connection, it now raises it above, so that the whole view, so that all of the coolant is above the end mill. One important thing when using the touch probe is to always have your hand on it until you're guaranteed that it's locked into position. So I'll spin this around. Locked. Remove that. Plug this in, and I'm ready. Alright, tip number 4, probe holder. This pesky thing, for the past 2 months since I've got it, has not had a home. It's just been in the junk drawer, mixed with everything else. And I've already had to replace the tip on it once, and it was very annoying, and it cost me about $30. So, keep your probe nice, as always. Coming around to the side here of the MR-1, occasionally you've got to get in and clear out the drains on both sides. And you've got, 8 screws holding this window on, and that just wasn't going to work for me. So what I opted to do was put some magnetic tape all along the side. So now these are magnetically shut, and all I have to do is just push this out of the way and I can get in there. It's only held in by 1 screw up here at the top. Makes my life a little bit easier. Number 6, coolant sprayer. Here's what I did. Off of the main line coming out of the sump pump, I just have a Y. It goes up to the coolant line, and the other one just snakes around up to the front. It's very handy instead of using air blast, which just creates a chip tornado. Using coolant gives everything a little bit of weight. So all I have to do is come over here, turn my coolant on. Yeah, that's a mess. It's helpful to turn the valve off first. Alright, here we go. Once I'm done with my part, I can wash it off, wash all the chips away, and then I'll then hit it with an air gun to dry it off. Now that I've sprayed coolant everywhere, my next tip is to get yourself a squeegee. I cut the ends off of this one so that it fits in between the side here. But all I do with this is if I've got chips everywhere, I can squeegee off my build plate. And I can also squeegee back here and collect all these chips. Alright, let me get this done real quick. Alright. Also, get yourself a dustpan. Dustpans are very helpful to sweep chips into for a bucket. Alright, I think this is my last tip for this video. A tool tray. Langmuir machined one, and because I'm a poor machinist, I 3D printed it. So I've got some ER20 collets. I've got some 1/2 inch, I've got some 3/8 tooling, I've got some 1/4 inch, and I've got some 1/8. The broken 1/4 inch is for setting my Z height when I'm measuring off a part. And then of course I've got a little junk drawer right here, but it's very handy to grab this whole thing and work inside the cabinet rather than running back and forth to my tool chest. Just kidding, I've got one more trick up my sleeve. Look at this plate right here. It's, I think it's oxidized or it's blackened of some sort, but that's supposed to be 6061 aluminum. Now let me show you in comparison what fresh machined aluminum should look like. So something's going on with the coolant that Langmuir provides, and if you're going to run coolant on this machine, I don't advise getting that coolant unless you have to, but I use a coolant that is manufactured here in Conroe, Texas, and it is an EF-130, and it's from Taz Industrial Fluids. So if you're looking for a good fluid to run on this machine, it'll handle aluminum, steel, stainless steel. I've had real good luck with it.